Senior Congress leader Supriya Shrinate, she joins us this morning. Supriya ji, welcome from the latest tally that's available, and of course these are just very initial leads and it will take some time to settle. The Congress currently leading on 7, down 7 from the last time. What are you making of the reports that you're picking up from the ground, from your agents, from your workers in Bihar? How is the counting going so far from the lens of the principal opposition? Supriya ji, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a good morning to all of you and to your viewers. I think these are still very early trends. These are still postal ballots. I don't think we can call a Bihar election. A lot of people made that mistake the last time around. So I think we need to hold our horses. We are fairly confident that the issues we have raised have resonated on the ground. I think we need to wait and watch. I think that's very, very important. Whether it's the VIP seats, the Congress seats, or the RJD seats, we need to wait and watch. I do believe that the issues that we have raised are issues of pertinence, will resonate on the ground. At least what we saw on the as far as the mood is concerned, we could see that resonance. My one big concern, however, whether we win or we lose or we get close to the majority mark or we cross it, will continue to be how the electoral process has been vitiated. The number of incidents that have come to light of people voting in multiple elections, whether it's Delhi, Haryana, and now Bihar, I think is a cause of big concern.
But can I tell you something, Supriya ji? As I was traveling through Purnia and Kishanganj, one of the things I heard from supporters of the Gathbandhan was that if the likes of Rahul Gandhi and the others keep questioning the electoral process, they said अगर वोट चोरी होना है तो कोई फायदा है जाने का. If you say this, I'm just wondering psychologically from the voter's psyche perspective, if the opposition says this before voting, do you end up discouraging your own voters from going out and cast their vote? If they thought their vote could make a change, would they be more enthused than if their leader says vote की चोरी हो रही है, फिर voter भी सोच रहा है फायदा है मेरा वोट देने का? Supriya.
So by that logic, Rahul, are you telling me that we should not raise an issue which stares us in the face? Are you telling me that the multiple number of people from the BJP who voted in Delhi and in Haryana and now in Bihar, or for that matter in Karnataka and Bihar, should not be raised? I think the whole principle which is given by our constitution of one man, one vote, or one person, one vote, is sacrosanct, and that's the real foundation of our democracy. Now, if that process is vitiated, if people have more votes than they can cast, I think this needs to be talked about. Now, whether I met multiple number of people who said you're raising the right issue. So I don't know who you meeting. I respect the fact that people may have told you that, but the reality is, if there is a glaring process by which the electoral democracy of India has been...
My colleague Padmaja Joshi has a question for you, ma'am.
No, I think it's very incumbent on us to raise that issue.
Oh, sure.
Padmaja. Supriya Shrinate, do you think now in hindsight, and we're already seeing examples that wherever you had a friendly fight with your alliance partners, the NDA, whoever is fighting against you, the BJP or the JDU, have a clear lead there? In hindsight, do you think you dented your chances, or this was a bad decision because you're already starting with a disadvantage, 3 of your candidates disqualified of the Mahagathbandhan, and in addition, you've got 12 friendly fights?
No, quite frankly, I would have preferred no friendly fights. I mean, that goes unsaid. But in an alliance politics, you will have to sometimes accommodate each other's needs. You will sometimes have to accommodate each other's aspirations. Now, having said that, should we have had friendly fights? No, we should not have had those friendly fights. But I think we respect our allies, we respect their ambition. We don't have agencies that we can force our allies through. We would never do that. But yeah, in hindsight, but I am still not...
Supriya ji, I think this point needs to be emphasized on. All you had to do was fight this election. You're not bound by the rigors of governance, having to run a state machine. Why could the RJD and the Congress not come to a cohesive understanding on seat sharing several weeks before the end of nomination and the withdrawal? You were fighting almost till the last day, as a result of which on the ground the coalition doesn't come across as a cohesive fighting unit.
Rahul, it's 9-10 a.m. in the morning. What we are still seeing are postal ballots. I am not going to make comments or give my verdict on an election. I'm still not ready to call.
No, I'm saying leave that aside. The final numbers will come later. I'm just on the question of the inability of the Gathbandhan to come up with their candidates and resolve all infighting and all this bickering much in advance.
Rahul, let me answer your question. I heard it once. Give me the time to answer your question. In alliance politics, there will be some tug of war. There will be some pulls. There will be some pushes, because that's the nature of alliance politics. And if you are willing to respect your allies, you will have to accommodate them. And sometimes you've got to show a larger heart. Sometimes you've got to fight for your seats, which is why you see the friendly fights. But quite frankly, the same bickering was in the NDA as well, and it was very out in the open. Now, perhaps because the numbers appear bigger, we are not talking about whether they are a cohesive force or not. I'm not sure if they were a cohesive force either. But in alliance politics, these things are very.
Ma'am, Veera Raghav has a question for you. Veera.
Two things, ma'am. I take your point that in alliance politics there is push and pull, but whether that push and pull is orchestrated or is it actually coming because of alliance pressure is the question. Two questions that were raised is that after the solidarity that was shown by the India Alliance in the SIR campaign, why was there a delay in declaring Tejashwi Yadav as the chief ministerial face, A, and B, the question is also raised, and I'm looking forward to, let's say, a state like Tamil Nadu. There are possible talk, while it's very clear that the Congress and the DMK are cohesive allies, the optics of being soft on a Vijay, etc., is something that is worrying allies at some level. Would you agree?
No, I think the DMK and us are rock solid. It will be foolhardy for me to start commenting on Tamil Nadu politics while we are discussing Bihar results. I think we're very, very rock solid. There is no question of looking outside and being soft on anyone. I think we were very, very vocal with what happened and very unfortunate what happened in the Tamil Nadu rally of Mr. Vijay. But coming back to the Bihar question that you speak about, and I think your question really is about why did we declare Tejashwi Ji? I think it was always a given. He was the deputy chief minister, and they are the larger ally there, so it was always a given that they are.
Supriya Ji, we'll come back to you for more in a while. Let these trends settle. Thank you for joining us this morning.